No, not really. This is just another click.
Some forums maybe. On the internet.
On the internet.
I don't know if they offer
I think I don't like discussions in the forums. It's just you're writing something and then someone totally arguing, fighting, the same, and there is no real discussion. Everyone is just
same could happen when the discussion is live. So
The only problem is a community.
Yeah.
It depends. But if you have the anonymous, because the anonymous person is always much more radical
yes,
than the person in flesh. Because there are many constraints. The first one is that you don't want to meet on the street people who you accuse of being idiots. And you know that it was you. It's very normal. But I'm saying this because all this idea of deliberative posts and all these fishing stories. So on one side, really, there is a very strong populist mobilization. You can see as the result of all this disenchantment with politics, when I mean populism, I mean something very concrete. And this is the understanding of democracy much more as the majoritarian rule. Majority has the right to rule. What is right and what is wrong very much depends on where the majority in society stands. And of course, nobody is going to make it very extreme, but I'm just going to give example of several countries where, for example, you have certain court decisions and others, and politicians are telling you it's not the court to tell us what is going to happen because the majority of the people are on our side. I do believe this was a very important controversy during the previous Polish government with the constitutional court about this lustration issue and so on and so on. And you know, on one side, of course, you're going to say they're populists, on the other, they make a claim, which is legitimate to certain extent and understandable to the majority of the people. They say, if democracy is about self-governing, let's ask the people. And what is interesting, before when we said the people, we had in mind kind of a symbolic entity that nobody has ever touched. And now we have public opinion polls each day. And these polls are telling you all the time where people stand. 90% of Bulgarians are against, for example, rights Kozloduy, the city Bulgarian nuclear power station, to be closed. Very important issue. At the same time, 3 different governments basically are signing this to be closed. And people say, we don't matter. And if we don't matter, the only understanding of politics is not about ideas and policies, but to change these people with other people. Or going to be much more like us, or basically going to follow what we're telling them to do. So this one extent, it can be seen in all countries. Just I'm going to give you an example which is outside of politics, but it makes it to the extreme. The football fans, as you know, are very participatory. And some of them started to feel very unhappy that they cannot decide who's going to play and who to be changed and what is going to be the tactic of the team. So through the internet, some of the British football fans created a website which is called myfootballclub.com. So if you're going to put 70 pounds in their account, they decided to buy football clubs, simply British football club, and then decided through SMSs and electronic voting who's going to play this day, what is going to be the tactics, and so on and so on. So this is a total triumph of democracy, in my view, in an area where there is no place for democracy, because this is a meritocratic area, it's a professional expertise. Imagine people deciding, do I have a high blood pressure because of this or that, so the vote. It's not going to help me much in life. But you're basically moving to this level of popular majority is the only source of legitimacy of society because people feel much more self-confident than before. But this is the same with these old musical competitions with SMSs and others. Normally, you have 2 types of trying to discuss the performance of a singer. One is by the public saying, I like him, I dislike him, and the other by the professionals saying, he's a good singer or a bad singer because there are certain things that they acknowledge that basically you should know about this type of performance. This type of voter now has disappeared and people that we cannot allow people to take really important decisions because they get it wrong all the time. Because the situation is becoming much more complicated, we're living in a society which is such a difficult problem. So we go on a referendum on the constitutional bill. The French and the Dutch said no. What we're doing, we're basically reframing the same type of text, putting it in the reform treaty, going through the parliament, in order not to allow these people to make this mistake for the second time. How are you going to do the work with these people? How do you know? And you tell them that yes, I got it, so yes. So here comes the problem of deliberation. Here we have a kind of instruments which are going to help us to listen to the guilty people, but it's not simply going to be the people on the street who do not care anything about this issue, and never make an effort to inform himself about this issue. And who is even trying to think about the consequences of this issue? Because I agree with you, the French and the Dutch, they were not very wise of the way they voted from my perspective. But on the other side, how you can claim that in democracy is you know better than these people how it should be. Here Fishkin himself are not the greatest political minds of these people. Imagine they're very much technical, they're very good sociological point of view, very good at working with figures and trying to see how to measure here and there. But I do believe that they decided to recreate this idea of democracy coming strongly back to the ancient Athens, where you have a face-to-face discussion where people are exchanging views, and because now we're living in a society which is slightly big, and the idea that the Chinese are going to meet and get water to express between themselves. It's going to take a lot of space, way to 1 million. So basically, how it works is the following. You're taking an issue. In the case of Bulgaria, we did it twice. And I'm going to tell you much more the story of the second one, which was on the Roma issue, because it is much more divided and interesting. You work with a normal sociological opinion poll. There's around 40 questions. All of the questions are policy-oriented questions. So you're not asking people to like the Roma, the smart, and so on and so on. You're basically asking them concerning certain problems how they prefer to be solved. For example, we have the problem of the ghetto in the center of the 20th century. You have the ghetto here. And it's a major problem that all these ghettos are illegally based. Most of these people that have entitlements, it's all over it's all over the story. And you give them options. The first option is basically to destroy it and to get people out. The second is to build a wall. The third is basically the government to try to tell them and to allow them not to pay these bills. The third is to give them rights. But I mean, we go from the whole spectrum. Not only politically correct, everything that is discussed. And also, when people answer this type of questions. So normally the Bulgarian sample, which we're not going always to basically consider as the representative, is somewhere around 12. So you're getting this 12 answers, and on the basis of the representatives of age, education, where it comes, but also the distribution of answers, you're getting a group of 300 persons who are invited to Sofia for 2 days. They come, it's not easy to convince people to come, so you also give them money to come, but they also give the job.